My cat just woke up. He was up here. Yeah, they do this a lot. They go up here and sleep. And now he jumps down. Crystal's still there, though. Aren't my cats just so cute? Oh, I love them. Anyway, the next book review I'm going to be doing is a book that was one of my first favorites. I read this in 7th grade and absolutely loved it. I hated reading until I read this book, along with another one, but I'll get to that later. And that book is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This book is amazing. If this were a 1,000-page book, I would totally read it and love it and buy 50 copies of it, because this book is so, so good. It's a story about two gangs. First you have the Greasers, who are I believe, the south side of town. I forget where this takes place. I don't think it ever tells you. But it seems like a New York East Coast sort of city. And you have the Greasers, who are, like I said, the kind of lower core kind of gang. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. And then you have the Socs, who are the rich, snobby types, and they are rival gangs, obviously. And you are introduced to the main character, Ponyboy. He is a greaser, and he loves movies and books and writing, and his parents died in a car accident, I believe, or they died, I forget how. I think it was a car accident. And he lived with his two brothers, Dallas and Soda Pop. How could I forget that name? I mean, Soda Pop. And they have a confrontation. Ponyboy runs away, and he runs away with his best friend, Johnny Cade. Johnny Cake. That's his, nickname for Johnny Cade. Anyway, and they end up having a kind of squabble with the Socs. They find them drunk in a park, and they do something that makes them go on the run. The Socs try to kill them, and in self-defense, Johnny kills one of them, and now they're on the run. That's why they're, on the run. And I've read this book 2 times already, and I'm going to read it again every year from now on, because I love it so much. And S.E. Hinton wrote this book when she was 14 years old, I believe, or in her young teens. I forget exactly what age, but this is sort of loosely based on her life in a way, because what I read was that she heard this story from one of her friends. One of her friends is portrayed as Ponyboy in this, and she is portrayed as one of the other characters. I'm not sure which, but yeah, so it's based on a true story, which I think is really, really cool. And I mean, a 14-year-old wrote this book, and it's one of the greatest books of all time. So that's amazing. I love S.E. Hinton, and I'm going to read all of her other books. She's written a ton of other books, like Tex, Rumblefish. I have one up there called Hawks Harbor, which is about vampires, which is really cool. But anyway, The Outsiders is also a movie. It was made into a movie in 1983 or 82, I believe. And it starred a ton of actors. It starred Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy who was in Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio. A ton of other characters. Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez, so many other good actors. And that was an okay movie, but definitely the book is 100% better, as always. And this book is just so good. In this version, my Platinum Hits, wait, is this what it's called? Platinum Edition. You get an interview with the author, and discussion questions, and this is all about her life, that little tidbit about her life and her writing style and everything. And I love this book. I love this author. This is one of my favorite books of all time. It got me into reading, and I think everyone should read this book. I talked to some people about it, like some kids over on my street who had to read this book, and they really hated it. And I could not understand why, because this book is amazing. So, that's my next book review for you guys. Stay tuned for part 5 with my next review coming soon.